You may have heard a lot of things, but manifestation is actually far more simple than you think it is. In the very basic principles, your thoughts create your reality. The life you live today is a product and a creation of the internal world that you have in your mind. Thoughts, the beliefs, the patterns, the stories you tell yourself, that is the world that you live. That is the world that you experience. And manifestation is really you creating something specific from that internal world. So there's something that you desire, there is something that you would like to have in your life, maybe something physical, maybe something more emotional. You are manifesting, you're bringing it into your life. So that all sounds very simple, doesn't it? Your thoughts create your reality. Easy, like I'll just think something different. Sounds very simple, and in principle it is. However, I would like to introduce you to your subconscious mind. If you know about your subconscious mind already, amazing. If you don't know about your subconscious mind, this is what you need to know. And it's probably the piece that you've been missing of why these manifestations are not coming into your life. Maybe you're manifesting a new job, maybe a new relationship, maybe a holiday, maybe some specific money, maybe a new business, maybe a new client. I don't know what you're manifesting, but it's your thing to manifest. And I want to help you get it into your life as soon as we can, because I get it. You don't want to have to wait. You want it right now. And I am with you and I'm here to help you. So back to the point. We are talking about the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is 95% of your mind, 95% of your brain power, your processing. And I know you're thinking, okay, I'm thinking all the time. You are only thinking from your conscious mind, and that is only 5% of your mind, your brain power. Your subconscious mind is responsible for all of the rest. And you're thinking, wow, really? Are you sure? Yes. Think about all of the things that your body is doing every day that you're not even thinking about. All of the blood that's pumping through your body. Obviously, you can think about your breathing, but most of the time, you're not thinking about it at all. Your skin cells are renewing all of the time. That is all of your subconscious mind. You're growing, your hair is growing, your nails are growing. You are just like living. You are a living being, and you're not thinking about doing that all the time. That is all of your subconscious mind. So it has these amazing features. And it's also very concerned about keeping you safe, keeping you going, keeping you alive. Other factors of your life that maybe you haven't considered so far. And a lot of that is going to be in your mental power, your mental processing. Who you are is coming from your subconscious mind. And that will be a result of your patterns, your beliefs, your stories that you have learned throughout your life. And your subconscious mind was formed when you were about 7 years old. So you've probably been running on these same programs for quite a while. Maybe you're not trying to change those stories. You're not trying to change those beliefs. You will carry on in the exact same way that you always have. And therefore, you will continue with the same life you've always had. Nothing changes, nothing changes. Your life will stay on that same plane because it's what you know, it's what feels safe, it is what feels comfortable to you and your subconscious mind. Now, this is probably where your manifestations are getting stuck, because you will have more than likely some kind of subconscious belief, maybe it's a blocker that is keeping your manifestations from you. Now, this could be a range of things, but there is more than likely something that is keeping you stuck, that your subconscious perceives that if I get this thing that I'm manifesting right now, then it will be unsafe to me because of this reason. And that reason is what we want to try and find and what we want to get rid of, so that you can go about actually bringing in your manifestation into your physical reality with you here and now. Manifestation has come through. That is what we are after. And this video is all about how to find that blocker, how to release it, and then how to kind of carry on and go forward, maybe do it again in the future. If you are new here, hi, my name is Georgie. I am an EFT practitioner, and my primary purpose in life is helping you get your manifestations into reality, but not focusing so much on the piece of like, how do I manifest? Because in my opinion, that isn't actually that complex. It's about your thoughts. What is the complex part to me is the mindset behind the manifestation. Being able to master your mindset, being able to master that subconscious mind, being able to work out your blockers is what is really going to transform your life. EFT is obviously my favorite tool to use that, as I am an EFT practitioner, but it's not the only tool that is out there. And there is lots of other things that I am sure that I can teach you, help you with, to get you living the best life, because you deserve to live the life of your dreams. You did not come here to live this boring life that everybody told you to live. You are here for a bigger reason, a bigger purpose, and we are here to get that for you. So without further ado, let's dive in to today's video and get that manifestation on its way to you. Maybe your manifestation isn't coming to you in the time that you thought. Maybe you've been going for a while, you've tried different tools, maybe you've been visualizing, you've tried the scripting techniques, you've tried a lot of techniques that have been prescribed by manifestation teachers, but nothing is happening, it's just not coming into your life and you don't feel good about it. Or maybe you're repeating the same pattern time and time again. You don't know why, but the same things keep happening to you. Maybe you end up in these same rubbish relationships time and time again. Like, I just want to find my husband, but you just keep on attracting these men who are just not worth your time. Or, to be honest, the final thing is that you probably just have a subconscious blocker, like whether you're conscious to it or not. Most things probably have some level of blocker. If it's not in your life right now, there is probably some blocker, because in realistic terms, if you were an energetic match to it, as in there was no blocker at all, you would probably already have it. So if there is something you want and you don't have it, I would entertain the idea that there is some form of blocker. It could be some major blocker, or it could be something pretty minor, and it's just a quick little flip of the switch and it will come straight to you. There are different ranges, but we are going to talk about that right now. It could be a massive, massive core issue blocker. This is something that is basically a core piece for you, something that you have believed your entire life, something that you believe makes the foundation of who you are. And without this piece of you, you don't know who you would be. You could have that level of blocker, and I want to just preface now, if you have that level of blocker, this is not just a quick one and done situation. This would be a, like, I need to keep on working on this over time. I would always recommend working with a professional practitioner like me, in EFT, NLP, hypnotherapy, a therapist, something that is that deep, something that is that deep rooted in you, that you have believed for such a long time. You don't just like flip your switch and it's gone. It is something that you need to keep working with. You need to be able to dig with somebody who is going to gently guide you to do that. Doing it by yourself is not always easy. So I'm just going to preframe that. You can always start this process and realize, actually, this is so much bigger than I thought it was. And that is when you maybe reach out to somebody who is a professional, who is really going to help you get to the bottom of it in the safest, most effective way, and actually help you move through it a lot faster than you would be able to by yourself. There is that type of issue. You can have the little more slight issues, if you will. They're a little bit more surface level. They're not going to rock your core in the same way. And these are ones that are far easier to move past. They are not shaking the foundation of you if you get rid of them. You're like, actually, I've been really silly and that doesn't really resonate with me anymore. And you can flip it pretty easily and go on your way, and your manifestation will call in. And then there is obviously some that are in between those two ends of the spectrum. You know, sometimes you're trying, and you're like, this isn't working. I'm not getting rid of this blocker, and I just don't understand why. Sometimes it is because it's one of those major core issue pieces for you that are just not that easy to shift in like a couple 5 minutes. Journal questions. You need something bigger. The method that I'm going to teach you today is what I call my solo quiet method. So this is for maybe my shy gals who just want to get stuff done, find the blocker, get rid of it in their own time without talking to anybody, without having to talk out loud. They can just do it, like, sit in your room, be quiet, put your headphones on, just like get it done. It's probably better for the more surface level things, and it's also a good self-exploratory tool. So these are my 5 steps that I'm going to teach you today to get rid of that blocker and bring your manifestation into you. What is step 1? So step 1 is going to be to get yourself in a relaxed state. We are thinking all of the time. There is so much thought, so much information. You are basically being bombarded nearly 24/7 with information, different things, people talking to you, like da 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 da. Your brain has so much to process. What I want you to do is just get into a relaxed state. Maybe you could go for a walk. I would avoid the headphones for this unless you are somebody who like needs headphones to relax, but try and just have a little bit more peace. Maybe put on some high vibrational music, and just get into a good zone. Maybe meditation will help you, maybe breath work, whatever tool you find most helpful to just kind of calm you down, get into a relaxed state. Put the phone down, stop talking to people, and just chill. Allow yourself to just be in the moment and just have a moment to just like calm down, relax yourself, and just feel into the present. So that is step one, fairly straightforward. Step two, you're going to need to get out your notebook and your pen to explore. I want you to get curious. There is obviously something that you are being blocked to achieve. So like maybe it's a specific manifestation, maybe there's a pattern in your life, whatever you think that you are blocked, like whatever is causing you to watch this video and make you think that you are blocked. I want you to explore and get curious. What is it that is going on underneath the surface for me that is keeping me blocked, keeping me away from the desired state that I want to go to? Why can I not have this? Why does this desired reality feel uncomfortable to me? You won't just be asking why, like everything that comes up, just like why is it that, why do I feel like that? Why is this the case for me? What is going on underneath the surface? And I just want you to be really curious and just be journaling on your thoughts. The thing to mention here is whatever comes up, just go with it. Don't try and fight it and try and like rationalize your way through. It will not work. You just want to use what comes up and work with it. Whatever it is, whether it makes sense to you or not, just go with it and just be curious about why. Why is it like that? Why do I feel like that? And just keep on asking. And the third step is asking because. I cannot have this, whatever, because of, like fill in the blank of I cannot have this because. And you want to keep on asking because of what? Because what does that mean? Like because. You want to be in step 2 and 3, you're asking why, and this means that because I can't have this, because this is scary, because you want to just be filling in these 2 pieces and figure out all of the different elements that are keeping you stuck, all of the different pieces that feel particularly scary to you and feel particularly uncomfortable. You want to be able to basically have this extensive list of all of these different things from all of the different pieces of why your future desired reality, your desired manifestation feels uncomfortable to you. And then we can get to work because these are your specific blockers. This is how you find what is blocking you. And then once you have found what is blocking you, you can then heal it. You can then treat it, move on, remove the block so that you can call in that manifestation. So after you have done steps 2 and 3, you will have an extensive list, or maybe it'll be a short list, depending on what's come up for you, a list of things that are your specific beliefs that are blocking you from achieving this manifestation because it feels uncomfortable or it feels unsafe. These are the specific things that your subconscious mind feels are a threat that need to be healed, they need to be treated, they need to be like given love and care to so that you can move forward and call in the manifestation that you want. So this is kind of the fun bit, the exciting bit. You're actually gonna get rid of this blocker so that we can call the manifestation. You have your list of things that you have found. If you were really struggling in steps 2 and 3 to really understand what is going on, this is where I would recommend speaking to a professional, somebody who's going to help you, somebody who's going to help you dive a little bit deeper than maybe you will dive by yourself because you just keep getting stuck. But I'm assuming that you were fine on steps 2 and 3, so we're going to continue. So this is where I want you to pick apart that belief. You want to pick apart all of the things that have come up. So for example, say that you wanted a new relationship and that's what you're trying to manifest, but you're not having any success in that. Say that when you've done your exploration of why you don't want to have that, why that doesn't feel safe, why that doesn't feel uncomfortable, and you can't have that because, and maybe your answer was, they will find out who the real me is and they will leave me. So that feels unsafe because I will end up single again. This is just an example of one. I want you to therefore pick apart that belief that if you let anybody get close to you, they will find the real you and they will therefore leave you. They will leave you alone because they won't like you. So that is your belief. So I want you to pick it apart. Is that actually factually true? Is that a definite black or white? Yes, no, that is 100% true. There is no room for error on that. I'm going to guess no. In this instance, that is definitely not a factually true thing. Look for evidence. Has this happened in the past? Is there a theme? Like, can we say that that is true from that piece? Yes or no? And I want you to keep going on asking questions like, is there any evidence of where this is not true? So maybe somebody who has got to know the real you, maybe it's your best friend who knows you completely, they know everything about you and they love you regardless. You want to basically pick apart this belief piece by piece by piece. Is it factually correct? Yes or no? And I'm going to list some questions in the description box below to help you like have a clear list. The primary goal is to know that it isn't factually true, because once we have picked it apart, we have taken the legs off of the table. So if you imagine a table and we just kick away the legs one by one, you won't have a standing table anymore. And it's the same principle with your belief. If you have kicked away all of the legs that are holding up the table will not be able to stand any longer. This belief that is keeping you stuck will not be able to stand anymore, and you can therefore implement a new belief, which is what brings me to step number 5. Step number 5 is all about integrating a brand new belief. What do you want to believe instead? This can be absolutely anything, but it would probably be something that is constructive to your manifestation, something that you can get behind, something that feels supportive, something that feels encouraging for you and makes you want to move forward. It makes you excited about the future and it makes you believe that you can have the future that you desire. And then it is going to be a process of embedding this belief over time. This is where your affirmations will come in, repeating the same thing so that it begins to become a new neural pathway in your brain. Once you want to create a new belief, it's like creating a new path. Say you had a blank field. If somebody goes through the same path every single day, that path is going to be the clearly cut path. If you wanted to go rogue and you wanted to suddenly go diagonally, you're going to have to keep treading that path. If you tread that path enough times, that will also become a clear path that people will take, your brain will take it because it is the obvious one. And where you haven't been using the previous path, it will grow over, it will not be as used, and you will therefore be following the new path instead of the old path, which is what the ultimate outcome that we are ideally hoping for is. So to summarize, what our 5 steps are. The first step is getting quiet, making space and peace for your mind so that you are in a relaxed enough state that you can actually access your subconscious and see what is going on underneath. Step 2 and 3, I'm going to roll together. Step 2 is getting curious. You're asking why. Where has this potentially come from? Maybe what is going on underneath the surface. Step 3 is asking why. Because of this, I can't have my manifestation. Why is that? And really navigating these becauses. What is going on underneath the surface? Just keep on asking why and because in step 2 and 3. Just keep digging. You want to keep going. And just don't fight what comes up. You always just want to go with it and just work with what is coming up for you. Step 4 is picking apart these beliefs. Whatever has come up in steps 2 and 3, they are the key things that are keeping you blocked. These are your key blockers that you can therefore get rid of. And you want to be picking it apart. Take the legs off of the table. And then the table won't stand anymore. You won't have the same blocker. And step 5 is integrating a new belief. The new belief that will actually support you and bring that manifestation to you in a faster time, because you have new beliefs that back up the manifestation that you want to create. Your thoughts create your reality. Your internal world will change with this new belief and your manifestation will come through to you. I hope that this has been helpful for you. The solo quiet method to find your blocker that is blocking your manifestation and how to heal it. This is one way to get rid of a blocker that is blocking your manifestation. In an upcoming video, I'm going to talk about how you can use EFT tapping to find your blocker and how to heal your blocker by yourself. This is something that we can do with a practitioner like me, or you can do it by yourself as well. There's obviously different levels, but we will talk all about that in the next video. So I hope that this has been helpful for you. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. If you would like more support, please join me in the free school community where there are all of my resources, all of my support. You can meet other like-minded people. I would love to see you there. And in the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.